everybody. It's early. Things have changed. It's been about a week since I talked to you guys. So, yeah, a little bit's changed. I've had to do some scrambling to get some stuff put into play. But today, going to be a lot of work, and we're going to be doing some old school farming. I'll let you know more here in just a little bit. Well, finished off my coffee. Let's go ahead and get to work. So, I've been trying to reach out to Jacob, which is the young gentleman that is leasing my property, because he told me he would come over and try to straighten out, everything. And plus, I knew that, it's getting towards the end of April. You need to probably start getting stuff in the ground pretty soon. So I kept reaching out to him. I've called him several times, and not trying to bug him. But I never heard anything back from him. And so yesterday, I got a call from Fred, which is Jake's grandfather. And the way I understand it is that Jake and Fred farmed together last year. And the grandfather, Fred, it was going to be his last season. And so this year, he was more or less bankrolling young Jacob. And I guess, long story short, something happened there. Anyways, young Jacob is not farming, and neither is Fred, because he's pretty much done with it. He was really hoping his grandson would take over and go for it, whatnot. But, he called me to inform me that they would not be farming my property. So I told him, that's fine, no problem. I completely understand. And I told him I'd give him, his money back. He didn't want it back, but I insisted. So he came over yesterday. I wrote him a check back for what they've leased. Now, the other thing is right across the road from me is Bob Cunningham's. And they were also leasing that property. Well, they've already got, product, a crop sown in there. I think it's oats. And so Fred is already started up pretty good. Fred is already out that money. And so he was talking about just letting it go, or coming over and going ahead and cultivating it in. So I think what I talked to him about it, and I had a brief discussion with Bob, and Bob doesn't care. Bob's already got his money. He doesn't care what happens, really and truly. I think I'm going to try my hand at it and see what happens. I'm probably going to spend a lot of money this first year because I've got equipment that I need to purchase. But right now I'm going to grab the cultivator. I think what I can do is break up that ground enough, straighten up the fields, because I've got a guy that's supposed to be coming to spread lime for me later on today. So, yeah, so it's going to be a day of work. And if he gets out here and he spreads lime, as long as it's not too late, I might try to go ahead and at least plant maybe my sweet corn and get that going. That field right there is going to take a lot longer with my little 2-row. Had I known what was going to happen, maybe I'd look for something a little bit bigger. But right now we've got what we got, and that's what we're going to use. So batteries are charged up in the drone. GoPro, I've got several batteries ready to go. So it's going to be a full day of work. So guys, strap in, I reckon. Oh, I wanted to tell you, I did get this off the trailer, and it was a little tricky. Show you what I did. So, I backed the trailer up right here, and I took up a couple of boards right here. I pulled the John Deere around and backed it right up to the concrete and locked everything down. And I actually tied off part of it to a tree behind us, and I run a chain to the Massey, and I basically just pulled forward until the Massey come off. Well, it didn't come off, but I pulled it towards the end, then I backed up into here farther, rechained it, whatnot. But yeah, so I've started looking into that. It's going to take me a little bit. There's something definitely going on with it. I'm hoping that I haven't wasted my money. I mean, you know, if I have to scrap it, I'll get close to what I paid for it, so I'm not too worried. But I'll have some time in it, but you know, before it's all said and done with. But anywho, I need to get this tractor hooked up to the cultivator, and so we can get going. Oh, we got the last little bit here. The lime guy's up there waiting on me to finish. So that was quick, which is good. I need to find out, I guess, what Cunningham's place across the road looks like as far as um, lime and, well, the soil samples. I may call Fred and see if he's got some soil samples of what it was like last year, and maybe we'll can make a judgment call, see whether or not we need to put lime down or anything like that. So let me get out of his way so he can do his job. I think I might throw the drone up and watch him. We'll run up here to the seed store. They're supposed to have, well, the tractor supply. They're supposed to have a pallet of soybeans and a few bags of corn ready for me. I think that's what, that should be plenty for what I need to do. The lime guy's over in the Cunningham's field right now, getting that limed up. So tell him I just had to run down here real quick. When we come back, I'll settle up with him. Here we go with these deer. Anyways, we're gonna run down here to the store, get this, and try to get back. All right, pulling it up here. Oh. Said it should be around back here somewhere. Yep, there it is. All right. Get pulled up here. I'll run in now and tell him that we're here. And well, you can get me loaded up. Well, he's got me loaded here. Got a couple straps on here. Yeah, I think that should be good enough. And we'll head back. So, yeah. So this was a change. Definitely took a turn that I wasn't expecting. But hey, like Mr. Miller was talking about, last week is diversified income. So I guess what I'm doing is diversifying my income here. What I thought was just going to be some sweet corn and do some cattle. I guess I'm getting into the grain business. So yeah, it's should be very interesting. Of course, some things I wanted to look for. I mean, I could probably, do a short-term lease from Tom down there at the store. Whether a combine or, other things that I need. But I just I don't like having my own stuff. So I may be on the lookout for some used equipment. So that'd be good. Yeah. So anyways, we're back here. Looks like he's still going over there. Let me get the cedar topped off. I think I'll use the John Deere, pull that cedar. Oh, cedar planter. Jeez, telling you. Anyways, let me get everything hooked up. Well, I hope this thing works. Guess we're getting ready to find out. If not, my grain business may be shorter than what I think. I looked at this a little bit the other day, and everything looks like it's in pretty good shape. I mean, it's not like a new one. There's not a whole lot of technology there. Alrighty. Get over here and we'll throw some of this corn seed in here. Well, one bag does it. That's good. So half a bag in each hopper. So get these covers on here. Alrighty. So see how this does. Lift it up. So the lime guy's he had to leave, get another load, and come back. That's his third load since he's been here. It's roughly about $500 a load, and he says when he comes out, that's how much it is. So he hauls about 18 tons in that, and so he spreads it, and you get 18 tons worth. So you say you want a minimum of 2 tons per acre. That's going to spread 9 acres. If you have 6 acres, that's going to spread 6 acres. It's just the way he does things. So, and I don't blame him, because then he's got to try to, get rid of it or something. So when he shows up, he's going to empty it out. So it looks like I'm going to owe for about 3 loads, which ain't bad. So get set up here. I don't know how wide this is going to do. So it's going to be interesting. All right. Seems to be doing all right. Whoa. Boy, that big field's gonna take a lot. So this is going to be interesting. Yeah, it's not very wide, that's for sure. Man, I wish I had an inkling this was going to happen. I would have tried to find something a lot bigger. But hey, I wouldn't have run into Mr. Miller. That's for sure. And that was worth the trip right there in itself. Just going out there and seeing or meeting him and learning something new, I guess. So, I'm not going to bore you guys with being here in the cab with me. As soon as I get up here, I'll get the drone out, get it up, and we'll get to work. Well, that cost me just shy of $1,500 right there. So, but the ground needed it. So it's worth every penny as far as I'm concerned. So let's go ahead and get back to work here. You know, I didn't even think when I started doing those headlands, I'm not doing this for row cropping. I'm doing this for my own selling sweet corn. So I will be coming down in here either picking it by hand or running corn picker down it. And here I went around and did headlands like I was planting for that company. So I don't know. Sometimes my head's not in the game, but yep, we're back at it. Well, we're coming down the last little bit. We'll say this. I don't know if I want to tackle that big field with this little 2-row. I thought it would be kind of fun, kind of nostalgic to do it. I just don't know if I want to spend that kind of time. So I'm going to have to do some research and see what I can do. Main thing is I'm going to have the corn planted. That way it can be germinating and ready to go. Soybeans I can plant just a little bit later and still be okay. So it's not like I've pretty much got what I needed to get done and being under the gun. So, but with that being said, it's starting to get later in the day. I know the sun doesn't seem like it because we've been pretty much wintertime, but certainly getting later in the day. And I think once I ain't even had lunch yet. Gosh, wonder. I don't have something in my belly. Oh, I missed a spot. Then things get ugly. May have a little bit of a double row there. But anyways, appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate you watching. I'll keep you abreast what's going on a lot of things. But you guys are awesome. I appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next one.